Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, Straight Briggs here on this beautiful money-making Sunday here with the Pig Dogs Morning Show. Y'all know what it is, man. We're here 365 days a year, here to just give you guys our thoughts, our opinions on the day's action. Today, we got a million Major League Baseball games like always, and got 3 games from the Dub tonight, so nice little money-making Sunday. I got a great crew of guys with me today. I got Jovan Burks with me here today. And I got Wayne Scott. Jovan, what's happening? How you doing?
Yeah, what's going on? Ended up breaking even um due to the fact that I put in that WNBA play. Yeah, I rolled with the fever. And I said it after the show. I said, listen, there's something fun, something's funny about this one. I'm having some trepidation about this one. And sure enough, they got outrighted. The other play that I should have been on, the Lynx, they got it done. I did the line just it just seemed a little bit too light given what the first game was, and that's based on perception, and the odds makers adjusted, and they adjusted a little bit too much in my book. The Valkyrie are the same team that they were in early June. It's just that the perception, that makes the odds makers, swing it. And for the fact of the matter is, their play dictated that the odds makers had to shift the lines on for them, but it adjusted a little bit too much, and I just thought that the Lynx were the play in that one. But yeah, baseball did me right. 2-on-1 day once again. So moving up the ranks in MLB, looking to keep it going.
What's happening, Wayne? How you doing?
What's going on, Jay? Just as far as baseball, it's been one of them things where winning day, trying to find some consistency right now. 0-3 yesterday. It wasn't even my style of play day yesterday. I just took all the damn favorites. New York smacked me, Dodgers smacked me. I don't even bet those teams. That's why I deserved what I got yesterday, is pretty much what I'm saying. We back on regular schedule program today. Dog me up. You'll see when we get to talking about it.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I was 1-2 yesterday. Under Mets Pirates, even the extended under 1-0. It was the exact game I was looking for it to be. Um, I lost, however, with the Rockies, man. Them boys just can't do me right, man. They just can't do me right, bro. And in the dub, I had the Valkyrie. I thought it was maybe a case of just too many points. Came right down to it, and Lynx ended up winning by 11. Shout out to him. Valkyrie had a lead in the third, and Lynx showed why they're the second best team, maybe even pushing for that first best team in this league with how they dominated in the fourth late in that basketball game. So just
Who
hats
you
off.
got number one?
I still would have a
New York.
healthy Liberty team number one. Um, but I'm not. I wouldn't. if anybody had the Lynx one, I wouldn't argue with them. I would definitely see their point of view. So that's just how I would see it personally. But yeah, shout out to the Lynx, man. That's all I could say yesterday. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. They got the job done. So I'm looking to bounce back today, man. Looking to bounce back on a beautiful money making Sunday. We got a great card to do exactly that. I got 2 great guys to talk through this card with, man. So I'm ready to do the damn thing today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to do it. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we jump into today's card?
I did want to ask if any of y'all viewed any of that summer league. I know it's early. It's not one of the bigger tournaments in Vegas and the Orlando tournament, but they had a couple summer league games started. Some Ace Bailey got a little action. Boy for the Sixers. I don't want to slaughter his name. EV. Y'all know that. Yeah. Yeah, he looked good yesterday. So I don't know if y'all caught any of that or had any action on any of them games yesterday.
I didn't have any action on it, and I didn't watch any of it. But of course, y'all know me; I'm online, so I did see all the reaction and stuff to it on Twitter. Yeah, VJ was hooping, and I saw Ace Bailey really wasn't based on the
Yeah.
reaction that everybody else had. So
My man Angela Reese.
I got to spend some time today um, going over and looking at the the highlights and stuff. I usually don't really fall in love with summer league or bet any summer league or anything until Las Vegas. So the Utah and the California, which we're in right now, I kind of just, watch a little bit. But when we get to Vegas is when I really tune in. So, yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing over the last few years. Yep.
Definitely money to be made in there. If you can read them lines right and stuff and get a good hunch on some of these better teams and stronger lineups, definitely some money to be made in it.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I don't deal with summer league at all. So, I might catch something if I'm scrolling, look for something to watch. But other than that, I can't do it. This is the off season for me. If I'm not hearing about a trade or anything like that, or movement, new acquisitions, I can't watch the kids play, man. I'm all set.
Fair enough. Well, fellas, let's head on over to Major League Baseball, man. We start our day with the Baltimore Orioles and the Atlanta Braves. We got Trevor Rogers on the mound for Baltimore, Grant Holmes on the mound for Atlanta. We got the Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds. This is Zach Wheeler versus Chase Burns. And we have the Boston Red Sox, Garrett Crochet versus, I don't even know how to say that name. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all.
I seen that too today. I'm like, who?
Oh, where's Chris? Oga
Sawara.
Sawara. Yeah, that look about right. Oga Sawara. Fair enough. Not the best first game slot of the week, but we're here. Jovan, how you feeling to start it?
Jeez, can the Braves salvage a game in this 3-game set? That's the question. Taking L's, and I think yesterday they took an L in the late innings. Didn't they have a lead at some point? Let's check it out real quick. No, I mean, it was pretty. Yeah, it went to extras, and yeah, they got it. The O's got it done in the 10th. So, sheesh. I mean, on the day that they actually score runs, they can't get it done because their bullpen lets them down. Look, the fact of the matter is they're sliding right now, and I got them, to win the NL East. But this spot, with Trevor Rogers on the mound, and he's had a decent history against the Braves. I want to back them on plus money. So give me the O's in this one. A lot of times I'll look to back the team that's looking to avoid the sweep, but sheesh. And Grant Holmes been pitching well, but Trevor Rogers, he's a lefty. He should continue his progression because he's been he pitched well his last game. I expect that to happen in this one. So give me the O's. That's number one. Look, Chase Burns, he got lit up by the Red Sox. Word is he was tipping his pitches. He's a youngster though, so can he straighten that out in one start? I don't know. That's remains to be seen. But this is the rubber match of this 3-game set. So Philly has their ace on the mound, but the price is too steep. Man, can Chase Burns can he keep them in the ball game? I would like to take Cincinnati on the run line plus 1.5 at basically even money, a little bit towards the shaded towards the plus side. So that's how I would play that one. And touching on my Red Sox, the thing I'm not going to give out a play on this one. The thing about this one is both teams are hard against lefties, so it's just one of those things, man, where I could see some runs scored in this one way or another. So, gun to my head, I would take the over.
I just realized this graphic is flipped. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about for the viewers.
So. Yeah. The real ones know what it is, where it's at.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
How you feeling here in this slot, Wayne?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what Jovan said, but I'm gonna take a different approach at a couple of these games. As far as that Atlanta Orioles goes, give me the under. Both of these teams have trended to the under in this spot. Orioles on the road have trended to the under. They've also trended to the under coming off a loss, normally coming back with stronger pitching in that game after a loss, and bats been vacant. Both of these teams, when the bats are hot, when you have a higher scoring game like last game, right after that game, if you look, for some reason, when the Braves score over 5 or 6 runs, next game they're scoring 1, 2 runs, and the same thing with the Orioles. So with both of them trending, with the pitchers up, with the lack of bat supporting outside of yesterday's game, I'm gonna take a chance with the under 9 in that one. And Reds Phillies, I agree with Jovan said. I'm a little braver in this spot because of some things that I've seen, but I'm gonna jump on the Reds money line. No, it's not gonna be a popular pick because of Wheeler, because of how Philly plays at home. I understand all that and what I'm going against, but I will say that the Reds are playing better than people think. They're 6-4 on the road. They're playing 500 ball. Philly's playing 500 ball too. Both of them are playing 500 ball, but one team is minus 250 because they're at home and because they have their ace up. But that's not saying that they're batting well. That's not saying that their bullpen is playing well, which the bullpen is playing well. But in this spot, just going based off of the bats and the chance that Wheeler can be Wheeler and get his ass wheeled off the field for once. He does that. I'm gonna ride with the Reds and take the plus money in this spot.
For sure, for sure. I like how you broke that down, and I ain't mad at nobody taking the Reds in this spot either. Plus 1.5, you getting around even money, like right at even money. And then if you like the full shot, I'm not mad at that either. You know, Wheeler, we used to hear Mitch bash Wheeler all the time because of certain spots he just get blown up. And this wouldn't shock me if this was a Red style sneaky win at a great plus money price. Wheeler has been pitching well. I haven't faded him often. He has been really good this season, but we've seen even the best have some bad games, and it wouldn't shock me if this was one of those. So I'll lean towards Cincinnati here. I like the plus 1.5 much better, but I'm not mad at a full plus 200 shot on Cincinnati. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I'm cool on Braves O's. I just can't bet the Braves. Whenever I try to bet them, man, I just lose. I done took them back-to-back days, not as a premium, but here on the show, and look at they ass. The loss at home. Trash. Y'all know me, I've been fading them majority of the season. I'm a Braves hater. There's only a few teams I be hating on in the Braves in Major League Baseball, and the Braves are definitely high up on that list. The O's are too. That's what I'm saying. So these are two teams I'm just not in love with. Two teams I'm not rushing to bet. I'm not mad. I can see why people are betting Baltimore, you know. My biggest gripe with Baltimore this season has been they're overrated and overvalued. You know, a lot of times they're favorites in games where they shouldn't be favorites based on who they've been this year. I feel like a lot of times the O's and really the Braves have been priced on who they were, not who they are. And I kind of got that feeling about the Braves in this spot. O's lean, don't love it. Not enough for me to bet it personally. And Red Sox Nationals. Is Garrett Crochet worth being minus 275 on the road?
He's pretty good, but I don't know about that.
That's what I'm saying. He's good. He's good. But
He's pretty good
on the road. For it would only be a look towards the Nationals for me. I'm not saying I'm betting it. I don't know anything about Ogasawara or however you say his name. I don't know anything about the pitcher for the Nationals. There are games I like today. This first slot just not my favorite to start the day. So just kind of talking y'all through my thoughts and how I see it. Let's keep it rolling though, fellas. Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling. We got the Toronto Blue Jays at home at the crib. Kevin Gausman on the mound versus Tyler Anderson. We have the Guardians versus the Tigers. The best pitcher on the planet's on the mound today. Tariq Scuba, man. Mama, there goes that man. Tigers huge favorites over the Guardians in this one. And we got the last game. No, we got the Brewers and the Marlins. This is Woodruff. Welcome back, Woodruff. Oh my God, where have you been? Versus Edward Cabrera. And we got the Subway Series. This is Max French Fries versus Definsky. 4-game slot here. Wayne, you're up first.
Yeah, we'll start off with that Blue Jays Angels game, and that 9.5 typically scares me, but it's that high for a reason. I'm gonna take the over with Gausman and Anderson. Anderson's always an automatic fade. I would never bet under with Anderson on the game. It's either I stay off the total or I'm going automatic over. Gausman, we know what Gausman can do. He can go out there and he can throw a 2-run game and look very good, and he can also throw 3 to 4. Regardless of what Gausman does, I do think the bats can get to both of these starting pitchers and the bullpen in this spot to take us up and over the 9.5. I'm gonna ride the over and give me the Brewers. No, it's not too popular pick today. A lot of people riding Miami and how well they played lately, which is understandable. But sometimes you got to take a step back and look at the totality of the season, how these teams really are. And I think Brewers with Woodruff coming back, don't really love riding the pitcher until I see what he can do. I know what he can do in the past. I know he's coming off a long injury, but somebody like Woodruff against a lineup like Miami, you would think he would go out there and they wouldn't have him out there for no reason. So with that being said, I like the Brewers a lot in this spot with this line that they're in. I really feel like this should be like minus 175. So I feel like I'm getting a gift here, and I'm gonna hop on the Brewers.
I ain't mad at that. But my money Marlins, Wayne.
No, they look good right now. I can tell why everybody's on them. But you know what Mitch used to always say, you know what's worse than a public favorite?
A public dog.
Tell me again. You might want to say it again. Only one thing worse than a public favorite.
Public dog. This line has gone around even as we speak, though. I'm seeing like minus 110-ish. So that means since I made this graphic, people have woke up and bet Miami.
Nah.
I gotta keep rolling with my money Marlins, though, man. They've been doing me so well of recent. Woodruff, he got to show me. You know, the Brewers, I don't love them on the road. I more so rock with Milwaukee at home at the crib. When they're on the road, I think that's when they're fadeable. You know, losers of 3 of their last 4. Their bats haven't really impressed me over this stretch either. I think Cabrera is going to have a solid start. I'm not sure what to expect from Woodruff. I understand your line of thinking. If this was, you know, mid-season form Woodruff, of course the Brewers would be sizable favorites, but he could come out here and get touched up a bit, you know, especially against a Marlins team that's been playing a little better than I think the general public would give them credit for.
This ain't a premium. I can still be talked on Miami. I hear you, Jay. Like I'm teetering, but I'm trying to say why I'm on the Brewers, but it's not. It's definitely not a premium. So
fair. I'm rocking money Marlins right now, man. I'm just loving the form and the kind of stretch of baseball they've been playing over the last 2 weeks or so. Let's see what else I like here in this slot, man. Y'all know my favorite pitcher, man. My favorite guy on the whole planet is on the mound today. Of course, they don't be trying to let us bet him. Last time he was on the mound, we took his over K's, man. He came out, what did he get? 13? Oh, my God.
that's crazy.
Man. You want to go back to the K's? I don't trust the Guardians' bats. What are the K's? I haven't looked at it yet. Let me see. Pitcher props.
Got to be at least 7.5, 8. Got to be. I know that's high, but it has to be with the Cleveland's bats against lefty.
It's 7.5.
Do it. That was a guess.
155 though. He got 8 in them. I think he got 8 in them today. Because it really just comes down to Cleveland's bats, and we've been discussing Cleveland's bats here on this show for the last 2-3 weeks and how fucking trash they are. So for me, it would only be Guardians team total under, probably attacking Nerfy, and I would lean towards a Scooble over Case. I'm not even a huge MLB prop better, but when it's my guy, man, I gotta attack it. Last season I left too much money on the table, not just specifically not betting it. I know the plays, I just sometimes got to bet it myself and tell y'all because so just letting y'all know my thoughts. And I'm continue to roll with the Jays until they cool off. We gotta bet them. You know what we could do? Let's do this. We're gonna go 2-team parlay. We're gonna go Blue Jays, Tigers. That's how we're gonna do it. That's how we find a way to bet both of our guys today. Keeping it rolling with the Jays. They've been red hot. We've been riding them. They're the hype train team right now. I'm loving what I'm seeing from Toronto. Angels are a sneaky team, but I've been a Gausman guy. If you're an OG here on this show, y'all know the battles me and Mitch used to have on this show about Gausman. He used to hate on him. I'd be like, bro, rock with him. And then he'd be right. Gausman to get blown up. And he come back and have a great start. That's just who Gausman is. Today, I think he has a good one in him. I think the Jays bats come to play. And I'm going to keep rolling with Toronto. And I like that 2-team parlay with the Tigers, kind of bring our odds and juices down, find a way to get both our teams in there. And I don't have my Mets hat just in reach, but I wish I did because let's bring out the fucking brooms, baby. Let's bring out the brooms, man. Get these fucking Yankees up out of here, man. I've been telling y'all who the best team in New York was. Yankees overrated, overvalued.
Trash on the road.
Trash as fuck on the road.
It shouldn't even be considered a road game, but
right. I gotta attack the plus money on the run line with the Mets, and I also have to attack just the outright plus money with the Mets. I have to do it. The Mets have earned that respect at home at the crib. I've been talking about it all season long. How much betting on New York at the crib is one of my favorite bets this season. I think don't they have the best home record in baseball? I think off the top of my head, I wish I had the number right here. I usually do. I got a lot going on, but it would only be the Mets for me. I know it's Max French Fries on the other side. He's earned that respect too. He's definitely earned that respect. I have no bad words to speak on Max French Fries, but I don't trust the Yankees overall. That's what it boils down to. Even if French Fries comes out here and gives them 7 innings of 2 earned ball, I don't think that's good enough for a win here. I don't really know what to expect from Dafinsky, but he doesn't have to be great with the form of the Yankees bats, is all I'm saying. So it's too much value to pass up on a team as good as at home as the Mets are against a team as overrated as the Yankees are in a spot like this when the Mets have dominated and are out of that cold streak. That's all I'm saying. So kind of long-winded, but this probably was my favorite slot of the day. I really like this slot today. Javon, how you feeling?
Man, I'm on the Angels run line. Plus 1.5. It's just a situation where, Gausman, he has been pitching decent as of late, his last couple starts at least. But, the Toronto bats, they haven't been able to hit lefties as of late. They're batting under the Mendoza line last 10 and last 5. Got Tyler Anderson on the mound. He's serviceable overall. Last couple starts have been, last start was 6 innings of shutout ball. Before that, 4 2/3, only gave up 1 run. I think you keep this team in the ball game. It gets the late innings. They'll the Blue Jays, they're hard enough, they'll probably pull it out, but only by 1 run. And if this game holds true to form of the first 2 games, a 1-run game. 1-run Blue Jay win, you get the cash, out the Angels. So yeah, I'll take that plus 1.5. with the Angels. Uh, I mean, look, the Yankees are radioactive. We know this. Can't be touched. But I'm looking at Fried. I'm looking at his reputation as an overall, as a pitcher, as a stopper, and against the Mets specifically, he's been dominant against the Mets in his career. So, you know, first five minus a half. First five, get you the plus money on minus 1.5. I mean, I might want to take a shot. Dealing with their bullpen, it's a lost cause. You can't do anything with them. The Mets are dealing with a bullpen game. So, they're going to be switching it up with pitchers. Maybe the Yanks crank them a couple, off these pitchers. Who knows? Not a game I'm going to touch. Might be a parlay piece with those plays I just mentioned. But, yeah, that's the only way I would play it. Freeze on the mound. He's getting paid the big bucks. Get it done. In the Cleveland game, be heavily involved in the Cleveland game. Could take them plus 1.5. The bats, they haven't been doing the job, but their pitching, the bullpen, if Logan Allen could pitch a strong game, why can't Gavin Williams? That's how I'm looking at it. So plus 1.5 at plus money, I'm all for it. First five plus a half, you're getting plus 130. Yeah, that's where I'll be with it. In that game.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough. We keep it rolling. Next slot, man, we got the Twins. 50-50 damn Twins. They're battling it out with the Tampa Bay Rays. We got Rasmussen versus Joe Ryan. We also got the Rockies. The damn Rockies, man. Thought this would have been a series for them, man. They came out and lost back to Chicago. They get swept. We'll discuss, man. Shane Smith versus Dollander. And we got the Dodgers, a.k.a. the Monstars, battling it out with the Astros, Sheehan versus Gordon. And it's the Diamondbacks and the Royals. Lorenzen versus Stefanski. I'm up first here in this one, man. This is not a slot I love, so I won't talk to y'all too long. Small lean for me towards Arizona. We saw their bats kind of wake up yesterday. That's really been my concern about this team. I feel like on the other side, I know what I'm going to get from the Royals. We're going to get the same thing we've got for majority of the season, which is 3 runs or less. So I know Lorenzen's been really good. I would lean towards an under in this game, but I think the Diamondbacks, when it's all said and done, do a little more damage than KC's going to do, and they win this game. Smalling on a run line too. I'm not scared of a run line chasing plus money in a spot like this. I don't trust the Royals bats whatsoever. Give me a Royals team total under. We saw them rear their ugly head yesterday with one run. That's one thing that I've been really profitable doing recently is just targeting teams who can't hit to not hit. Sounds wow, Jay.
Sometimes you gotta keep it simple.
Sometimes you gotta keep it winning. Teams that can't hit, you can just bank on them to continue to not hit. That's all I love in the slot, honestly. I'm hard-headed, man. So y'all know what that means. Oh man, come on, Rockies, bro. Yeah, I got one.
You better talk about it because ain't nobody else about to talk about this game. Unless Joe Vaughn about to talk about this bullshit ass game.
I know, man. I know, bro. And I done threw away a couple of units in back-to-back days in this trash-ass series, trash-ass game with the Rockies, bro. I liked how they played Houston at home the series before, and I thought it was going to translate into this one. They lost the first game of the series 3-2. I was like, all right, cool. Tomorrow's the bounce back day. And then no, they got smashed yesterday.
What's the price been like? I haven't even looked at this series like that. Have the Rockies been dog most of the time? It's been like the line today, kind of even money on both sides.
Plus 105 the first day. I think yesterday was even money, and I think today's even money.
Mm-hmm.
Look, they cooking me in the comments, and I get it, man. I get it, bro. I got a problem.
15-game series. We on the Rockies White Sox.
Today's the day, bro. Dovinder, young arm. The only bright spot really in this whole damn team. He got a good one in him today. Let's do it, Rockies. I believe in y'all. One more game at home to avoid the sweep. Y'all get swept at home by the White Sox. That's nasty. That's nasty. So they said call a number. Hey, this is not a slot I love, man. I told y'all. How you feeling in this slot, Joe, huh?
Sheesh, yeah, man. I'm right along with you, Colorado, for this one. I'm 1-1 in this series. I hit on Friday. Was on Colorado yesterday, and yeah, they didn't come through at all. So yeah, 1-1, and we're gonna take the Rockies to salvage a victory to avoid the sweep. Shane Smith, he started off hot, but as of late, he's fallen off a cliff. And I think that the Colorado Rockies bats should be able to, make some hay against them. You want to take them first 5. You don't trust their bullpen for the full game. I completely understand, but it'll be first 5 full game for me with them. And yeah, the Minnesota Twins get it done to complete the sweep in this one. It's just a situation where they got the ace on the mound, Joe Ryan. Tampa Bay's, come back to earth. They were red hot for a 6-7 week span. Rasmussen, he's been pitching good, but as of late, he hasn't looked in peak form. I think it all lines to another Minnesota win. The ace is on the mound, catching a nice price, a feasible price for me, and I'll lay a little bit of extra juice and roll with the Twins to get it done.
Fair enough. Wayne, how you feeling here in this slot?
Yeah, don't love this time slot. It's pretty ass. I will say there's a lot of teams looking to avoid the sweep. When I normally try to look at those spots, but I really feel like the sweep, the brooms is coming out on a lot of these games. So I really didn't take a lot of spots that I normally would. But if there was a team that I would ride just to avoid the sweep, it'd be the Rays here with Rossman on the mound. I understand how hot the Twins are. I don't like going against the Twins at home. They have some miracle type wins at home. They just play expired ball at home. They do have Joe Ryan on the mound. A pitcher to me who's serviceable, but he gets his ass smacked around sometimes too. Joe Ryan isn't as good as a pitcher to me as some people advertise. Some people act like he's the GOAT pitcher for the Twins. He's one of their better pitchers, but he gets smacked around is what I'm trying to say. And with that being said, I like the value I'm getting with the Rays to avoid the sweep. As Jovan said, they were a little hot after this, hot before this. So give me the Rays in this spot. And give me the Royals plus a 1.5. I can't get there with the money line, but I can take a extra run with them in this spot. Jay had a lot of good points about both of these teams. But when it comes down to me, I trust the Royals pitching staff more right here. I don't trust their backs, so I agree. But I also don't really just trust the Diamondbacks backs right now. They do have the better batting lineup, but your batting lineup has to play to the potential. New York has the best batting lineup in the league next to the Dodgers, but they're not playing up to that potential. So sometimes you got to look outside of the names of the lineup and how they're actually playing. And Diamondbacks, they're just not hitting as well as the lineup looks. So with that being said, KC having a stronger pitcher, give me a 1.5 with KC to get right in this spot, potentially get the outright win.
Fair enough. And we head to our last slot of the day in Major League Baseball. started. It is the Mariners versus the Pirates in one of my favorite pitching matchups of the entire season. Mama, that man's on the mound, and that goes both ways. We got Paul Skeens on the mound for the Pirates, and we got Jorge Kirby on the mound for the Mariners. Seattle minus $1.25 favorites at home. Total is 6.5. We got the Cubbies and the Cardinals. Eric Fede versus Michael Boyd. Cardinals sizable home favorites in this one. We got my favorite team, the Texas Rangers, out on the road facing the San Diego Padres. Jack Leiter on the mound for the Rangers. I still see undecided for San Diego. And last game of the night, Sunday Night Baseball. We have, or I think Rangers. Which game is technically Sunday Night Baseball? I don't know. Is it Rangers Padres on Sunday Night Baseball? Or is it Cubs Cardinals? I don't know. Giants Athletics. Birdsong versus Lopez is the technical last and final game of the night. But it looks like the other two are on ESPN. So who knows? What I do know is that Javon's up first here in this slot to close it out. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like the under's in play for that Pittsburgh-Seattle game. It's at 6.5. It's warranted. George Kirby's, doing George Kirby things, as of late. Started off the season, on the downer, but he's, been getting in the form, and, with his strikeout stuff, he should be able to have no problems against this Pirates lineup who have just been getting shut out left and right. Gotten shut out in both of these games this series. Oh no, yeah. So it's 7-0 in favor of Seattle in the series in the first two games. So why not another shutout? If you could bet it, Pirates to get shut out. So by default, I'm also on Seattle. We're dealing with great prices with George Kirby on the mound. I know Paul Skeens on the other side, but he hasn't been going deep in his ball games anyway. So what are you gonna get him for 5, maybe 6 innings? So then you got to deal with the bullpen. The bullpen has been pitching well, but their bats, as soon as they left Pittsburgh, they've been silent. So, unders in play, Seattle's in play, full game first 5, and Pittsburgh to get shut out. It's simple for me.
Fair enough. Wayne, what you like here in this last slot?
Yeah, I'm gonna speak on that others on the same game, but I'm on the Pirates. It's just a matter of time before this team starts to back schemes with the win. I just don't see him staying a lot of games under 500 with just how good he pitches. I agree, Pirates can't hit away from home, but Seattle after that hot hitting start, they can't really hit either. Getting wins with 3 runs is not you can't depend on that. Like 3 runs is not a run. He can get it done against the Pirates, but all the Pirates have to do is have a semi-good game, and now we have a competitive game. We're getting, to me, the better picture with the better price team and a team that's been slightly competitive recently. I'm gonna take the Pirates in this spot. And in the last game, San Fran versus Athletic, I'm gonna ride with San Fran again. Just better team. I trust Birdsong in this spot. Not really a great pitcher, but San Fran's been winning a lot of close games. They've been doing it with strong pitching and just enough bats. So I'm gonna continue to ride San Fran. Love the price on them, really, and I just feel like they're the better team in this spot. So I'm gonna ride with San Fran here.
Well, I forgot about that game.
How you feel?
I'm feeling like the other side. I'm with the homeless. I'm with the homeless. So, I mean, the fact of the matter is Hayden Birdsong, he's been having control issues. Really that's really the long and the short of it with him, and he's been getting tagged up. So 4 walks in each of his last 2 starts. He had another one on June 6th with 5 walks. loading the the base paths up, man. It's not not a position he should be in. He's given up 3 earned runs, 4 runs in his last game, 7 earned runs prior to that, 4 earned runs, 3 earned runs. You know, he's been getting slaughtered. You know, and you're playing in the bandbox in Sacramento, a AAA ballpark. Look, the A's might get it done on their own for the over. I definitely believe that they're gonna get the win. And if you want to stretch it out for the extendo, we could do that too. You know, and look, as far as run line, wrong team favorite, -1.5, -2, -2.5. I think they put a pounding on on these San Francisco Giants. So we could do this extendo to -3, and that's conservative as far as I'm concerned, because I believe that Hayden Birdsong is gonna get absolutely roasted in this one, and
Are
it's
you
gonna start.
fading
It's
them
gonna
that?
continue with the bullpen.
Are you fading them that heavy based off of Birdsong's play?
Birdsong, the A's could hit, especially in the ballpark. We seen what happened in that first game. You know, the Giants got it done yesterday, but you know who they had on the mound? They had Logan Webber on the mound. And you know, it was just a pitcher matchup advantage. We were on San Fran yesterday with Severino, being a basket case at home. You know, we're dealing with Hayden Birdsong. I just read you the stats on him. Every game he's been giving it up. You know, that's all it said. I don't care who's on the other side. Jacob Lopez, I get it. Yeah, he might give us something, but he might not. You know, you're dealing with a Giants team on the road who's not very formidable at the plate. So, you know, extendo that -3. What's that going to pay out? Let's see.
Got to be close to +400.
It's going to be something. But even so, I think wrong team's favorite anyway. So you know, run line, money line, it really doesn't matter. The A's get it done. The homeless get it done today.
Shout out to the homeless. The homeless A's.
Let's see. I'm looking at first five. First five is first five -0.5 +124, -1.5 +195. Let's go to full game. And that's on DraftKings. You might want to go to FanDuel or whatever for better prices. If sometimes they have better prices.
Just take
other ones.
Take A's money line. I'm feeling attacked here. The deeper we go in, and the -2s, -3, I'm feeling attacked here. Just take A's money line.
-1.5, -1.5 +162, -2.5 +235, -2 if you think it's going to be a push, +213, -3 303, 3.5 329, -4 434, 4.5 +448.
Fair enough. I don't have any real thoughts on this game. I would lean A's. I don't trust the Giants on the road. I don't trust their bats. It wouldn't shock me if Oakland beat them up. It wouldn't shock me. I would only lean towards the homeless. My Rangers
the homeless gonna try to get their money up so they can move to Vegas sooner.
Rangers, Padres. It would only be a lean towards my Rangers. They kind of got back into form yesterday. They so odd, bro. They're a weird team to figure out this season.
Definitely.
But this is their 500 game, and I like betting on teams in their 500 game. I don't know, it's just something about that.
I feel like both of y'all teams hard to bet on. Boston and Rangers this season. Hard to pinpoint good spots for them and all sort of shit. It's just hard to win money with them. I don't care how you betting it. Even it going against them, even like just feeling like, oh, I'm about to fade the Rangers or Boston. Like, you know, they're gonna get your ass bopped on either side of the spectrum.
Yeah. Cubs, Cardinals. It's a no play for me. The only one that I'm just loving here in this slot, y'all know what I love here. We loved it yesterday. We cashed it. No sweat. 1-0. Today's probably going to be 0-0. I can't finish 0-0. Mama, that man's on the mound, but going both ways. I think Kirby has a really solid start. Y'all know how trash the Pirates' bats are. And really the same thing can be said about the Mariners. We know how trash their bats are, especially in spots. I think Schemes comes in here, mows them down. We're in a pitcher-friendly ballpark like Seattle, big ballpark. I like a no home runs for this game. Like,
that's a good, depending on the odds. That's a. As soon as you said that, I'm like, wow, sounds great. Depending on what the odds are, yeah.
Nah,
you get good odds on stuff like that.
That's one game where the no home runs in play. Now just gotta find like one more, two more, three more. Because how I like to play those is you know, round robin 4 of them and see what you get at the end of the day. $22, at $2 a pop. Round robin it, you might see a little something if all those hit. Something real light. That's how I play it.
Fair. Yeah. Nerfy. Both teams T-total under. First 5.
That Nerfy got to be minus 200, minus 190 at least.
It probably is, but baseball is just one of them sports. Sometimes if you like it enough, pay up for it.
Yeah.
I'll pay up for it sometimes in baseball. NBA, not really, because it's a spread sport, not really. NFL, really not really. Will I pay up for it because it's a spread sport? But baseball, you gotta get creative sometimes, and I'll pay up a little bit. So we'll see how it plays out. All right, fellas, that's Major League Baseball. We do got 3 more games on the card. They are in the WNBA. Let's slide on over there. We got the Lynx and the Sky. Lynx are 14.5-point home favorites over Chicago. We got the Storm out on the road facing the Liberty. Liberty 5-point home favorites in this one. And we have there's one more in here. There it is. It's Aces and the Connecticut Sun. Aces 17.5-point road favorites. And I believe you're up first here, Wayne.
Yeah, we got some strong line movements from last night. Most of these lines have moved about 1.5, some even 2 points. But still kind of like all the sides that I was thinking about before the line movements got here. Give me the Aces, the mow down, route over, slam the door in their face, do whatever they want to the Suns in this spot. Aces starting to cook up. Outside of their embarrassing loss that they had took to the Fever, coach really got on them. There's a lot of veteranship, a lot of pride when it comes to the Aces. After a loss like that, I really think that they come and bounce back and just flex their muscle. Give me Seattle over New York. They continue to the books continue to slight the Seattle team. I know they don't play as strong when they're not at home, but this New York team, something just doesn't look the same right now. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it because they got a lot of the same players, but they're not playing with the same momentum and energy in a lot of spots. So give me Seattle. And in the last game, I don't like the line movement as much in this game. I liked it in the Sky Lynx game at about 16, but I'll still take the 14.5 against the Lynx. Coming off the back-to-back, it's just a tough spot for the Lynx as they will win this game. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is a 2-point, 3-point win for them. They just scratched by a home win after playing a tough game, as Jay said last night. It was a lot of pushing, a lot of times these girls hitting the ground last game. Them add up in back-to-back. You hit the ground, you got days off, that's fine. When you hit the ground 6, 7 times, you got to play again tomorrow. That shit adds up, definitely when it comes to covering big spreads like this. So give me the Sky.
I'm with you. I'm on the Sky. I faded the Lynx yesterday. Unfortunately, it did not pan out the way I wanted it to. They were really good, like I said at the beginning of the show, late in that game. And I know the Sky are a bad basketball team. The Lynx are head and shoulders better than Chicago, but it's a spot play for me. I just don't want to lay this many points with the Lynx on the second leg of a back-to-back. And honestly, a lot of people were laughing at the reel that we posted the other day, but I'm telling y'all, bro, I'm trying to tell y'all, I like the brand of basketball Chicago's starting to play right now. And the way that they finally let Angel play her game, like really getting her bag.
Oh, she look like LeBron James out there.
Man, she hooping, man. Like, you can't argue with the stat lines. You can't argue with them. 24,
26, 17.
Like, bro, she's balling. And like a link, kind of, links in this spot. I can rock Chicago. I haven't bet Chicago too often this season, but in a spot like this, I can talk myself into it getting this many points. So leans for me towards Chicago. I'm on the Liberty. I keep chasing with them, bro, and they just keep letting me down, but I like the spot for them. It's the revenge game at home. They lost to Seattle last time they played. I feel like this line is this big for good reason. Like, I get it. The Storm had played well. The Storm, low-key, are disrespected by this line, but based on the current forms of these two teams, but in the spot kind of dictates it for me because it's a revenge game, because it's a kind of like wake up out of this funk we've been in style spot for the Liberty. I think that's why they come out here and beat up on Seattle today. That's just kind of my thoughts. We'll see if it happens. I have been chasing a little bit on New York. I haven't been in love with how they've played recently, but it wouldn't shock me if they come out here and win this game by 10. Like, it wouldn't shock me whatsoever. I still, like I said at the top of the show, I still think they're the best team in the WNBA. They are and have been a little injured. But if you ask me right here today who I think wins the title again this season, I'm going to tell you Liberty. So, giving the Liberty today at home at the crib. And I do agree with Wayne in that Connecticut Sun Aces game. Late 30 if you can.
They gonna cover this shit in the first half. You gonna be scared. It's one of them games where you scared to lay that much, and the next thing you know, the first half is over. It's like, damn, they up 20. Nice.
The Aces have been really disappointing in spots this season. Really, really disappointing. But coming off of getting aired the fuck out in that last game, I think this is a lock-in spot for him against the worst team in the league. One thing I've done this season is I've said since day one, the Sun are going to be the worst team in the league this season. Just kind of looking through their roster, who they lost and who they got. They got nobody. And
turnover, yep.
Yeah, so I've been fading this team all season, and the lines really haven't been big enough. Even when they look huge like this, they still get woodshedded. And I think this is another spot, another moment for Las Vegas. I think they blow them out. We'll see. I'm going to lay it. Javon, how you feeling?
It's going to be the Liberty for me. I mean, they've won 8-1 last 10 against the spread. Had a miserable road trip. But they came back home and got it done by 10 in their last game. And I think they built on that, especially coming off the loss they took in Seattle. Lost by 10 in that one. So, classic revenge spot for me, and they're the world champs. So, you're getting a trap line as far as I'm concerned with this. It was 4.5, now it's 5, and it's moving towards the Liberty. But I'm just gonna take my
I
chances.
kind of feel like that.
Yeah,
Is there a world where they get the revenge and win outright, but still lose the spread like they've been
yeah,
doing the whole
that's very,
season?
It's very
absolutely,
possible.
absolutely. But I'm gonna put my money, with the world champs, and
I feel like you think this line should really be like 2.5, just based on how the Liberty have been playing. You know what I
True.
mean? But because it's not 2.5, because it's 5, it makes me feel like you get what I'm saying. Like, kind of like it's kind of
Yeah,
trap line-ish. I'm rocking with
I
the
get it.
I'm rocking with
Now that you just said that, it does feel like that's the side. Like when you break it down like that, like they
it.
kind of trying to bait you into Seattle. I just can't go against Skylar Diggins right now. She's playing like MVP level right now. And it's not even really her stats. It's the way like she
Her
just
energy.
getting the ball to her big it's her creativity for her teammates. They're shooting the three better than anybody. That's one of the main reasons they're winning as much as that three ball. They got 3-point shooters left and right, and she's finding them.
yeah, she doesn't get a lot of recognition. She was
Yeah.
in college. She was a dog with Notre Dame. That was my girl right there, man. She's she's been overlooked. That's what I will say. But she's a hell of a player. And sets it up for her teammates. That's for damn sure.
As somebody who was growing up, like going through high school through her like run, if you my age, we all love Skylar.
Yeah.
Shout
She
out
was
Skylar.
bad and she was hooping.
Man. Shout out Skylar.
Yeah, but I'm also on Vegas. Nothing to expound on. The Sunday just been getting smacked up game in and game out. Catch a cover, here and there, but they've been getting smashed and dashed. you know. So it's been easy for opponents with them, man. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Roll with the aces. I know it's on the road, but and they're laying a heavy number. But until the Connecticut Sun could something, show some sort of fight, you gotta fade them.
I'll say this about Connecticut. They actually don't play that bad of defense. They just can't score. They really can't find no score. I don't think there's a girl on there that can get over 10 points a game. Like right now, they just cannot score. But they play a good brand of defense. So it's something to watch out. If they finally make a move or get some scoring from somebody, they can actually start covering. But until then, until I just see no scoring, hard to even look their way getting this many points.
Fair, fellas. That's it. That's all, man. We did it. We did it. We covered everything under the sun, man. All those million Major League Baseball games, dog days. Somebody asked, "What does the dog days mean?" It just means just
Ain't
nothing.
shit to bet on.
Yeah, baseball to bet on. That's all. Some people love this shit. Some people this their favorite time of year. For me, unfortunately, it's not. I'm here though. I show up every day, let you guys know my thoughts, my opinions, how I see it playing out. I appreciate these two guys for showing up with me here today on a money making Sunday. Football's on the horizon, man. Hall of Fame games at the end of the month, and we don't blink and we'll be there. Like we're already a week through July already. 4th of July already gone. It's already gone that fast. So we're gonna be talking preseason and win totals and all that shit right before you know it, man. And then regular season to be here, we'll be in full swing. Us three, we talking baseball right now. Y'all should see our arguments when we get to talking football.
Football and basketball for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. So hope to be back October ish. So man, that's all on the horizon. But still trying to make a couple dollars, man, in between with Major League Baseball right here, right now. We got the dub in there as well. Just letting you guys know our thoughts and our opinions on the daily. Our favorite plays, though, the plays we love the most, those are over at Pick Dogs Premium. Jovan, man, been putting up great units over the last couple weeks, man. What you got going on for the folks today over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, over the last week, last month, 60 days, last 12 months, on the plus side. When you're in the summer months, it gets kind of slow, but yeah, I'm just looking to keep it going until football season where I get it cranking. So As for today, got two Major League Baseball plays. Might add in another to make it a three-pack. Yesterday's three-pack cashed. Went 2-1. WNBA, throwaway play didn't. But that wasn't on the board as far as sold packages anyway. So yeah, just keeping it hot in Major League Baseball, looking to keep it going. I got two that I particularly like. Those are later games. And jump on something long term. The other game that I might put up is a little earlier than that. But yeah, jump on something long term. You're gonna get your bang for your buck over on this side. 12-4, last seven. Let's get it done.
Hop on with Jovan, man. Continue to do the damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. Wayne Scott, man. Hey, Wayne been kicking the crap out of the books of Major League Baseball over the past 2 seasons. I believe over the past 2 seasons, he's number one here on the site. So somebody great to hop on with right now in Major League Baseball, but he's great in all fields. Wayne, what you got going on right now today over at Pick Dogs Premium?
For sure, for sure. As Jay pointed out, NFL coming out, top two in NFL last year. Been top two in MLB the 3 years that I've been on Pick Dogs. Been pretty hot and on and off in the NBA. So pretty seasonal when it comes to these sports. But right now it's baseball season. About fifth or sixth on the leaderboard. So climb up with me. Got a lot of catching up to do. Some very sharp guys up top of me. Tony T, Dandelion, guys that are very sharp in baseball, but I'll be looking to hawk them down. That's what I do. It's dog days of summer is coming up, so take a look at our long-term plans. They should be discounted within the next week or so. You know, hop on Jay, Jovan, any of these guys' long-term plan would be 15 to 20% off. And I say that to say, if you get my long-term plan, the winning I do during baseball should pay off a whole year's worth. So you can get all my plays potentially if you get my long-term plan for the yearly during the dog days of summer. And my baseball plays will pay that off specifically. As far as today, I have a best bet and 3 plays in the MLB. Only one of them out for sale as a best bet. Other 2 will be for a long-term subscriber. And I do have a WNBA, but it's not for sale, but it will be for sale by the end of this show. So you just head over to the site, hop over there, click on Wayne, and you can see everything I have to offer.
There you go, man. Hop on with Wayne Scott. Continue to do the damn thing, ladies and gentlemen. For me today, like card. As of right this second, I only have 2 plays today. I have a top play in Major League Baseball, and I have a top play in the WNBA. Unfortunately, I dropped both yesterday. That's uncharted territory, especially how I've been running on both of those plays over the last month, 2 months or so. But that does put me in the bounce back spot, which is one of my best spots to be in both. So got a bounce back spot for y'all today. Major League Baseball, $19. You can scoop that play up. I absolutely love that play tonight. And I got to play in the WNBA. We've been red hot on that play. We are 24-10 on that play this season. So you can scoop that up, $19 as well. I might add one more for a 3-pack. One more play for y'all for a 3-pack. Be on the lookout for that here momentarily. But for sure, 2 plays, maybe 3. Looking to do the damn thing today on a Money Making Sunday and begin a new week on the right foot. So that's it. That's all, man. We move on to the last and final part of the show, which is parlay time. Parlay. Jovan, Mr. Two-Teamer, what you got for us?
Yeah, I'll throw out 4 for the people. We're gonna look towards one of those hit yesterday, that Cincy Phillies under first 5 in Texas, that hit. That was a casher. So, you got a little bit of money out the deal. Number 1, Guardians run line, Angels run line. That's plus 1.5 for both of those. Baltimore Orioles matched it up with the Colorado Rockies. Number 3, Minnesota Twins matched it up with the Seattle Mariners. And last but not least, Tigers, Guardians under, Pirates, Mariners under.
love that last one. That's really mine. Wayne, what you got on, man?
Yeah, it's ugly. It's not for the lighthearted. Don't go putting your whole mortgage on there. You got a couple penny sprinklers on it. Reds money line, Nationals money line, Seattle money line, Seattle WNBA free team, all dogs money line.
Fair enough. Fair enough. From Wayne Scott. I'm kind of gonna piggyback Javon. I'm gonna go Pirates and Mariners under. I'm gonna go Tigers, Guardians under. But then here's what we're gonna do. I'll make it you can just go with that, or you can make it a 4-teamer and add Blue Jays money line or Tigers money line. Add both of those money lines in there, make it a little 4-teamer. Kind of combining that 2-teamer I gave y'all earlier, because the one from earlier was Tigers money line, Blue Jays money line. 2 teams I like to win, just high price, so I'm pair them up. So, however you want to do it, man, that's how you can do it. I'm doing probably a variation of all of it, plus the schoolboys, strikeouts, and plus I got a lot of action today. Not like premium action. I only got the 2 plays right now, but I am betting a lot of what I told y'all I'm betting on the show today. That's just not premium style action, like the strikeouts, the nerfy, a lot of the unders, shit like that. So, feel me? Take some knowledge from this show. That's what we want y'all to do, man, is take some knowledge from this show and become better bettors. Not necessarily just rock with everything we say, but formulating how to see it for yourself a little better, So I like.
For sure.
I always like being out and people tell me, bro, you helped me learn this, and I see it this way. I've done so much better. I love that shit. That's the shit that turned me up. So, feel me? Jovan, Wayne, man, appreciate y'all, man. Any final words before we get out of here on this beautiful money making Sunday?
Appreciate you, Jay. Good luck on everybody with all your bets. I know my little slogan picked off family.
Yeah, we just keep on showing up around these parts. Jay more so than anyone else. Been getting it done. I'm here on the weekends. Made a Friday appearance. We just keep on showing up and making it happen. Win, lose, or draw.
Win, lose, or draw. We're here, and we will be 365, man. See y'all throughout the week. Tune in to the drive-through with Tony T. Check out every other free content we got here on the site, between Ron's Rundown, Brad and Chris covering half the games every single day between each other, plus all the other video series we got. Different strokes for different folks, man. Plenty of shit we got for free. And, of course, our favorite plays, our best bets are on the premium side, man. So, see y'all then. See y'all next week for the weekend show format. We'll see y'all throughout the week.
Who's going to be on the show tomorrow?
Tomorrow should be, I think it's me, Chris, Costi, and Jeremy tomorrow. So 4-man show tomorrow. So look out for that, man. Money Making Monday. See y'all then. We out here. Peace.